Again, looking at this question, example 2, number 1, they are asking how many moles of iron metal needed to react completely with 2.45 moles of oxygen gas. And we have to draw a mole bridge that starts at one chemical and points to another chemical. The starting chemical is going to be whichever one they gave me a number for. So they gave me a number right here. What chemical goes with that number they gave me? The oxygen. Look at the reaction. Which one of these is oxygen gas? Is it... okay, a lot of people have been trying to tell me that this was oxygen gas.
No,
but
that's iron.
Yeah, this is a compound of iron and oxygen. The only one that's truly oxygen gas is pure oxygen, this O2. So that is where our arrow is going to point. And then if you read the problem, how many moles of iron metal? Iron metal is my other chemical in this reaction. So we're starting at O2, and the bridge is going to point at iron metal. Which one of these left over that's not oxygen, which one of the others is the iron metal? Is it the compound or the pure element? It's the pure element. Don't pick the compound when they want just one element. So there's your bridge. It's going to point to the iron. And we're going to have 2 fractions. And the number they gave us is still going to be on top of the first fraction. That is not changing. And we are labeling the chemical. We decided that oxygen gas was O2, so make sure you label the O2 and put it over 1. What goes up must come down, so if I have moles of O2 on top,
Mole of 2.
moles of O2 will also go on the diagonal.
Do we have to add that 1? Is it necessary?
You mean, like, do you have to write the 1?
No, like... Never mind.
Okay. Once you have moles on the bottom, that is a signal that you are ready to get on the bridge. And remember, this is a toll bridge, so you have to pay the toll. They are telling you that the toll is 3 moles of O2. So to get on the bridge, you have to pay the mole toll of 3 moles of O2. So how many moles of O2 am I going to write in my fraction? 3. That has a 3, so this is going to have a 3. Then cross the bridge. Drive across the bridge. I'll even draw a little car. There we go. Here's a car. Okay. Drive across the bridge. And when you get off the bridge, you have to pay the toll again or they won't let you off. You'll just sit for eternity on this bridge. How much do you have to pay to get off the bridge?
4.
For what?
Moles.
Moles of what?
Fe.
Fe. Thank you, Cameron. 4 moles of Fe. Okay? From here, you should know how to put this in your calculator. Go ahead. Everyone should have a calculator now. Put this in your calculator.
3.266 would be...
If you're rounding to 2 decimal places,
3.27.
then it would be 3.27. What Fe?
Mole.
Moles. Don't forget moles. Moles of Fe. We got to use moles 4 times. So if you didn't write moles, you need to make sure you do.
Yes, I got it.
Good.
The test.
Okay. I want you to try number 2. I'm going to give you a 1-minute head start. I'll go ahead and tell you now there's only 2 fractions. Draw your bridge and see if you can figure out how to fill in your 2 fractions for number 2.
But if I mess up, you know.
I only have pens, Luis. I'm sorry. People keep stealing all my pencils.
That's bad. Okay. What do I do to say they have a Rolex?
Okay, Luis, during this 1-minute head start, you're supposed to be silently working. Bless you. Bless you. 20 more seconds in your head start. I'll go ahead and put a hint on the board if you're stuck. All right. When we draw the bridge, it's going to start at iron because that's the chemical that went with the number they gave us. So we're going to start it at iron. Huh?
4 mole Fe.
Yeah, but you're jumping ahead of me. Hold on. Where is the bridge going to point? What's the other chemical that they want?
Ioxide. Iron oxide.
The iron 3 oxide, which is which one of the other chemicals?
On the right side.
Yes, the far right. So that's our bridge. That's our bridge. And once we have moles on top, we are going to put moles on bottom. And that's 2 of our 4 moles. We use 2 moles of one chemical and then we switch chemicals. So when you have moles on the bottom, that's your signal to use the mole bridge, to get on the bridge. And to get on the bridge, how many moles of iron am I supposed to pay?
4.
4. Then we follow the bridge, we cross the bridge to go up to the top part of the fraction. We cross the bridge, so follow the bridge, drive, 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 drive. And when you get to the other side of the bridge and get off the bridge, what do you have to pay to get off the bridge?
2 Fe.
2 what of Fe?
Isn't it 4?
We started with 4 here.
No, I know.
When we cross the bridge.
2, so you times will be.
Oh, don't do anything fancy. Don't overcomplicate it. Literally write down what they have here.
All right.
2 moles, remember those numbers are numbers of moles. 2 moles of Fe2O3. And then if you put that in your calculator, you get 4.6. And we got to label this 4.6 what?
Fe2O3.
Fe2O3 what of Fe2O3? Moles. Remember, you got to use moles 4 times. So make sure it shows up in your answer too. Okay. Go to your stamp page. We have a new stamp page at the very front. And today, label it Unit 9. This is your new Unit 9 stamp page. Today, the 7th, you're going to get a stamp for pages 9 through 11. So you can't do 10 and 11 yet. I haven't shown you how. But that is what your eventual stamp is going to be. Right now, I'm going to give you 8 minutes to work on just page 9. Then we will work on page 10 together, and then you'll have time to finish your stamp. So right now, I'm going to put a timer on the board for 8 minutes. And after those 8 minutes, we'll move on to page 10. But I want you to work for right now on your stamp just on page 9. Okay, I'm not stamping anybody yet because we are, you're going to have to finish the other 2 pages. You don't know how to do them yet, but you have 8 minutes to get started. I'm going to turn the lights back on. And you have 8 minutes, work on the rest of page 9. Finish page 9.
What's that noise?
It's the speaker. Because I plugged it in for the video.